I knew the moment her mother leaned in, the moment her lips brushed my wife's ear, that something irreversible had just been planted. Because the way my wife's eyes shifted, slow, deliberate, hateful, was not an expression you learn overnight. It was rehearsed, taught, cultivated. I didn't even have time to brace. The slap cracked through the living room like a gunshot. My vision blurred, my knees buckled. The floor met me with a cold, humiliating certainty. For a moment, all I heard was my own breathing, ragged, uneven, echoing against the walls we once painted together. Then her mother's voice, low and venomous. "See? He won't even fight back." My wife turned toward the door, grabbing her bag like she had practiced this exit too many times. She reached for the handle, then froze. Completely. Her spine stiffened, her fingers trembled. Her face drained of color as if she had seen something impossible. I watched her shoulders lift in a sharp breath she couldn't release. She whispered, voice shaking, Where did you get that?" Her words fell apart, tiny pieces of fear littering the floor between us. And all I did was sit up slowly, wipe the blood from my lip, and look at her with the calm she couldn't understand. Because she had no idea what I had been preparing for, no idea what she had discovered. Not yet. But she would. Soon. Very soon. It began weeks earlier, not with a slap, not with a whisper, just something small. A message she hid a little too quickly. A phone call answered in another room. A sudden allergy to eye contact. Her laughter changed first, then her silence, then her schedule. I wasn't suspicious, not at first. Marriage ages you into certain tolerances, tiredness, stress, emotion. But betrayal, that has a scent, and I began to smell it everywhere. She would come home already irritated, as if rehearsing anger. Her mother visited more, always a coincidence, always a short stop. And whenever I walked into the room, the conversation evaporated. It was the kind of silence that isn't empty. It's full of things you're not meant to hear. One evening, I caught my wife staring at me the way someone observes a stranger. No warmth, no guilt, just calculation. I remember thinking, she's deciding something, something that didn't include me. And beneath all the suspicion, beneath the questions tightening around my ribs, something inside me remained still, cold, waiting. Because the truth is, betrayal doesn't destroy you instantly, it rots you quietly. And when you finally feel the decay, you're already hollow enough to investigate without trembling. I started small, a synced email account, a backup of her phone, a look at the deleted messages she assumed were erased. Patterns emerged. A number saved under a woman's name, but speaking like a man. Payments she made at times she claimed to be home. Messages exchanged with her mother that read like strategy meetings. And a line I couldn't ignore. "He won't suspect anything. You'll be free soon." Free from what? Free from me? I didn't confront her. Confrontation gives power to the guilty. Instead, I became quieter, more observant, more precise. I tracked locations, cross-checked alibis, copied phone logs, gathered bank statements. Not for revenge, not for anger, for truth. Truth is the sharpest blade. It cuts without blood. It ends without noise. The more I uncovered, the calmer I became. Because I realized something. She wasn't preparing to leave me. She was preparing to destroy me. Financially, socially, emotionally. And her mother was helping her do it. The betrayal wasn't accidental. It was engineered. And still, I waited, silent, patient, until the evidence arrived that turned suspicion into certainty. A message, one I wasn't supposed to read. Her mother had sent it. "He's harmless. Push him. Push until he reacts. Then we'll have what we need." They wanted a reaction, a mistake, a reason to claim abuse, a reason to take everything. But the last line rewired my pulse completely. Tell him the baby isn't his if you have to. There was no baby, not yet, not that I knew of, but the implication was clear. They were planning a future without me, and using my name to fund it. I didn't scream, I didn't confront. I simply printed the messages, placed them in an envelope, and waited. I let the truth sit between us, a quiet storm. And when the day came, when her mother whispered poison into her ear and my wife slapped me, I finally opened the envelope. I let her see only the first page. She froze, fear swallowing her whole. Her voice cracked. "Where did you get this?" I smiled, soft, calm, deadly. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't stand. I let my stillness do the talking. "Everything," said quietly. "I know everything." Her mother stepped forward, ready to spin another lie. I raised a hand. She stopped mid-breath. I slid the envelope across the floor toward my wife. She picked it up like it burned her fingers. She flipped through the pages, screenshots, logs, recordings. Her face collapsed. Her mother's confidence cracked next. "No, he can't use that." "I already did," I said. "Sent to legal. And your son-in-law will receive his copy in the morning." My wife's knees buckled. Her mother's mouth fell open. "And before either of you try anything," I added, "every file is backed up, multiple places." My wife whispered something, broken, incoherent. But I didn't listen. Some truths aren't for healing. They're for ending. I walked past them, calm, weightless. Their panic didn't touch me. Their fear didn't move me. Betrayal teaches you one final lesson. You don't get closure from the person who broke you. You take it. You carve it out of the truth they tried to bury. As I reached the door, I paused only once, not for them, but for myself, for the man I used to be. Then I stepped outside, left the house, left the marriage, left the ghosts. And the last thought in my mind was simple, cold, and final. They didn't destroy me. They revealed me.